All right, so okay, so now when you're successful in life, you have to be extremely cautious. There are literally people out there in this world that are preying on upon your downfall. You can't help everybody. You can only help yourself. So when you make it in life, I am telling you right now, you're going to have a ton of people begging and pleading for your help. Um, I found this out when I finally established my goals at age 39, and I got to leave the prison as a correction sergeant permanently. I don't work anymore. I'm not going to get into how. I'm not talking about that in this video. I don't work anymore. I have enough money for the rest of my life to live comfortably for life. So, what I do, this is my video game room. We have me and my wife, three-bedroom house. We have a bedroom. This is the video game room. And then we have the bedroom at the other end of the house and a whole living room area. So we have a lot of space in this house. This is just nothing but electronics and video games in here. I got a camera in here watching everything in here. Um, I have over $2,000 worth of equipment in here. I have over $2,000 worth of video games in here. And I lock everything behind a door in one room. This is it. None of my other stuff is anywhere else in the house. I had this guy hit me up on Facebook, and I used to work with him back in 2019. And he hit me up. This man is married. Hit me up talking about he needs help. I was like, bro, we used to have the same job. We used to work for the same agency. What the hell have you been doing with your time? In the time that we had the same job, I earned two black belts and two styles. And then I early retired myself. Um, and he's in the same boat that he was in many moons ago. I was like, dude, I can't help you. I instantly blocked him. I said, if I can't, if I, because like I said, you're not me. You don't have the same circumstances I had. You didn't do the things that I did. I'm not going to get into all the details of my whole life in this video, but it is quite complicated. And for the last 20 years were critical to putting my entire life and my future together. Now I'm reaping the rewards and the benefits of all the craziness. I didn't have a life for the last 20 years. This video game thing didn't exist until recently. This is new. This is why I went crazy and started playing video games, like modern video games. I don't play the old stuff. I play the new video. Every game I got in this thing is new. Every single one of them. I don't play old games. The brand new modern games is what I play. Um, so PS5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch. When the Nintendo Switch 2 drops, I might get that console and hook it up to the TV as well. So I take my Nintendo Switch, the first one, I take that with me in the car. So I got Mortal Kombat 1 on the Xbox and I got Mortal Kombat 1 on PlayStation. I got Mortal Kombat 1 on the Nintendo Switch. So when I'm in the car, and if I, for some reason, I'm in the car for an ungodly amount of time, Mortal Kombat 1 in the car. So it's pretty epic. I got my game, my favorite game, anywhere I go. I'm happy. Um, do not give in and give these people any kind of money at all. Because the second you give them money, one, you're probably never going to get it back. Two, they don't know what to do with that money and they're going to waste the money. And any opportunities that you might have given them, they're going to squander said opportunities because they've already squandered all the opportunities that they were given in life to get out from where they're at. They don't know what they're doing. You can't show them the way because some people just don't listen, and you cannot tell them exactly what to do because you don't understand what they did to themselves, and they're probably not telling you everything. Promise you. They didn't tell you that they racked up like by $50,000 worth of credit card debt and whatever else. You don't know what's going on. So you can't guide them because you don't know the whole story. And even if you did, I would not recommend it. That is a job for them to figure out. And the only person that can figure it out is them. You cannot solve that problem for them because if you were able had the ability to solve all their problems, they would not appreciate that, and they're going to go right back into the crap that they put themselves into because they're going to start developing worse habits because you brought them out from better than they were, and now their habits are going to be way worse, and they're going to put themselves back in a situation or something similar. I would not enable this foolishness at all. Stay clear, block, and ignore. I'm a United States Army combat veteran, college graduate with an associate's degree in pipe fitting technology, certified and degreed pipe fitter, former correction sergeant, and I hold 2 black belts in 2 styles simultaneously, um, and a blue belt in karate all at once. By the way, I don't work anymore, I'm chilling, and that's how I get about from point A to point B in the last 20 years. So, working my tail off when I was a correction sergeant. I also joined the E Squad before I got promoted to sergeant while I was an officer, and I was working 15, 16. One shift was 19 hours because we were cleaning out prison cells, inmate prison cells, and one shift was 20 hours. 20 hours of cleaning out the entire cell block and finding illegal substances and weaponry behind the walls. 20 hours of that to make the prison safe. And that's legal because we were saving everybody's ass in that prison. So they can't say that we did too much work because we were saving people's asses. We pulled shanks out of the walls that long. We wrote people up for narcotics, charged people with narcotics because when you work corrections, you can write them up and you can also charge them with charges, prison charges. And then yeah, so you can then the really serious stuff can when they if they get convicted in the prison by the captain, the really serious shit can get them a court date. They can get into a lot more trouble with those prison charges depending on what they do. If they hurt somebody really bad, massive amounts of drugs, you bet they're going to get more trouble and possibly more time depending on what they do. Some of those prison charges are slap on the wrist. So that's why they're so bad behaved, because there's a small little prison charge. It ain't gonna do shit. It's gonna mess up their old prison record, but in the grand scheme of things, they don't care. They're already incarcerated. They and if it's something puny, they're gonna have a big attitude about it. That's about it. And they're gonna go right back to they ain't learned their lesson. They're gonna go right back to misbehaving. Those people are crazy. But that's the kind of crap I had to deal with at the end of my career. So when y'all come at me and start getting jealous of this life, remember the sacrifices that I made in the last 20 years have been absolutely insanity. When I was in the army, I served on the U.S. SOCOM, deployed to Saudi Arabia and Iraq. U.S. SOCOM is Special Operations Command. That is all the branches of the military combined in under the U.S. SOCOM and take direction to go, and they do things like the actual war fighting that they have like to go in there and do things like all their people will go out there and handle some business. And I was a fuel specialist, so I was support for the U.S. SOCOM. So they needed fueling operations done. As a fuel specialist, you're, you can go anywhere because everybody needs fuel, and we refueled helicopters. So that's a critical MOS. So anytime there's a deployment, fuel specialist, or they summon the fuel specialist because they need fuel. So we're definitely there when there was deployments, we were on that list to go. So um, that's what I used to do back in the day. But anyways, I'm out of here.